The Portsmouth Education Partnership Poet Laureate Project 2023-24, in conjunction with the Portsmouth Grammar School, has been an absolute privilege to organise and host with the local writer and storyteller Dawn Nelson. Inviting keen and able writers from across the Portsmouth City schools, we joined forces 3 times this year to be guided with their writing and presentation skills. Pupils were then encouraged to develop their writing beyond the sessions with tailored booklets created by Dawn. What has impressed me most has been how every pupil demonstrated bravery and creativity, sharing ideas and writing with people they had never met before. Observing the group come together over the year and then offer feedback to each other demonstrated a commitment and honesty towards the project. I'm sure you'll agree that the outcomes are remarkable, proving that with a little guidance, pupils have the power of poetry to express their experiences and what matters to them the most.
Hi, my name is Dawn Nelson, and this year I've been facilitating 3 workshops as part of the Portsmouth Pupil Poet Laureate project. It has been an absolute joy to be a part of this project, as over the year, pupils aged 8 to 18 came together to explore poetry, themes and techniques in order to produce their own poetry, nurture a love of the spoken word and develop oracy skills. Each term, pupils have met for the workshops, facilitated by myself, to draw inspiration from the world around them, explore poetry, poetic language and share their work. In the autumn term, pupils looked at sources of inspiration. In the spring term, they built on their wordsmithing skills, and in the summer term, pupils were encouraged to hone their performance skills. This podcast is a culmination of their work, which centred around the theme of belonging, place, where we live, and what feels like home. During the first workshop, we gathered together words that for us describe what poets were and created a collaborative poem. This is that poem. Poets are fun, mysterious and intriguing, curious bookworms fond of reading, spontaneous explorers of the landscape, descriptive image makers wordsmithing lakes, ethnicity, culture and unique views, adventures, wildlife and history for you. Nosy, stand-alone creatives, technical, precise, figurative and cohesive. Next we have for you 10 poems created by the Portsmouth Pupil Poet Laureates. We hope you will enjoy these beautiful, insightful and evocative poems created by the Portsmouth 2023-24 Poet Laureates from schools across the Portsmouth area. Watching the pupils develop their poems from conception to performance has been a privilege, and I think you will agree that their work speaks for itself. So without further ado, here are the Portsmouth 2023-24 Pupil Poet Laureates.
Hi, my name is Toby and I am a poetry laureate for Wimborne Primary School. We have been making and rehearsing our poems for about a year and I'm going to read it to you. Rugby. It starts off with anticipation. My heart goes into full acceleration. Feet start pounding on the floor, wanting to win more and more. Sweat trickles down my face as the grass tickles my nose. I line up the shot, kick the ball and off it goes. I get a chance. He prepares his dance. We charge into battle and I make the tackle. I wrap around him like a snake, and it is then that I seal his fate. That's it, the match is done, and it is finally won. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Katie and I'm a Poet Laureate for Wimborne Primary School. I've been working on this poem for about a year and I'm going to read it to you. Family ball, always there to catch you and lift you when you're down. Multiple threads of love connected all around. Memories fill my heart, taking me back home. Loving, inclusive, sincere, a family jigsaw, I am never alone. Thank you for listening.
My poem by Anna from PGS. Gliding swiftly across the water's waves within sight of the beach, I took a swig of the pungent yet delicate air. This was a special place that I thought no one could reach, but soon I found out how the world wasn't fair. It was a sun-blessed day, and I was lying on my back above the water, feeling free. The beach was as stunning as could possibly be. Sand as gold as the purest of honey. Shells, coral pink, washing up, looking so pretty. I thought, how were we all so lucky? Though I was wrong. The wildlife stopped, as did I, and took a minute to appreciate the picturesque wonders. Then suddenly and simultaneously a smog devoured the ocean, creeping up almost like a spirit. Then more bad luck was to come because the boats arrived, slowly, one by one at first, edging closer by night, statues by day. Then out of the blue, an outburst of boats crowded around our beach, and the next step was impossible to reverse. All we could do was pray. The humans stepped foot on our land, dumping their litter anywhere and everywhere. Beneath the soft sand, behind the sand dunes, in the ocean, they didn't even seem to care, almost like this was their one devotion. The feeling of waking up to such disaster was sorrowfully despairing. Plastic bags, cardboard, glass bottles and paper waste. It was hopeless and impossible to stop staring to the piles of decaying food ruining the salty sea spray taste. Last of all, our exquisite coral was showered in inky black pollution. It now became clear it wasn't possible to live in such horrible conditions. So it was time to leave and find somewhere else, for there was no other solution. I once heard this is what humans call a tradition. What had we done? For none of this we deserved. We tried to ignore it, and through all of it, persevered. But then, unexpectedly, the humans had a change of heart. They cleared the rubbish, no matter the weather. It seemed they wanted to restart and work this out together. So us animals forgave the humans, and they were more careful the next time. So remember to be kind and let others realise their mistakes, because you only have one lifetime.
Here's my final poem. Snow lathered like a blanket, embracing the trees. The bleak wind whisks around my thawing body. Ice flying around the winter breeze. I gaze as alluring snowflakes fall. This is where I belong. My mind seems to be relieved, for all my invasive thoughts have departed, and have been replaced, which brings me to an ease. I'm fully immersed in the bitter frost. This is where I belong. The air whistles and calls my name, building snowballs with my snug mittens. I look to see an enduring flame. This comforting aura takes me home. This is where I belong. My riveting eyes are drawn to the deer. So graceful, so quaint. I feel erratic. I have no fear. My heart pounds so electrically. This is where I belong.
During the Poet Laureate programme, pupils have expressed the following: an increased enjoyment and enthusiasm for writing, a sense of being rewarded through being given an opportunity to be involved, improved confidence in reading and writing, and in interacting with people outside of the normal school setting. They have also expressed a new and improved interest in literature.
Here I stand, waiting to be found, my broken bark never making a sound. My body decaying, brittle and thin, lost all around me, lost all my kin. Listening to the wind so free without bounds, listening to the peaceful chatter in the towns. O Lord, how I wish to be free. O Lord, if only I had the key. My withering leaves, broken and frail, scattered around me, forming a trail. Here I am, hollow, empty. Here I am in a hallucinating frenzy. My family, my friends, standing tall, stuck, barricaded behind a wall. My dream, so far away. My dream, hopelessly astray.
The Beach by Maria. The branches of the trees reach out for a hand, so warm and welcoming like the soft sand. The crystal clear ocean is a familiar face. The azure sea wraps me in its watery embrace. Every day spent here is such a treat, seeing soft cerulean sea swelling beneath my feet. Hear the seagulls screech in the sky, hear the townsfolk saying goodbye. Feel the wind blowing about my hair, feel the rain without a care. This is my happy place, this is where I belong, with the sea and the sand and the birds' soft song. Portsmouth is my lobster, a poem by Bibi. Some days when I drive home from dance, I'm hungry and I'm tired, but I still want to prance. A waft of fish and chips flows through me. I stop, I stare, and I then walk over to collect my tea. I get home still eating and talk to my sister. My mum is in the kitchen, my dad is in the shed. They tell me to be optimistic and then to go to bed. I dream about plants and berries and cake. I wake up to a loud crash. What a lot of noise to make. Only when the sky is blue will I walk to school. I pass the beach, a shop and the pool. Though the water looks a bit opaque, I wonder why I don't have time to think or hesitate. Portsmouth is my lobster.
Things of Joy, a poem by Teddy. Sadness isn't pleasant. It doesn't make you smile. And if I'm being honest, it's really not worthwhile. You spend so much of your precious time feeling glum or getting upset, when you could be doing the fun things that are really easy to get. Like cake, you buy it from a store, or whipped cream, but wait, there's more. Go to the beach, you can walk or drive, smell the flowers, watch them thrive. Waffles, mangoes, how delicious. Salad, pepper, how nutritious. But just remember, sadness isn't pleasant. It doesn't make you smile. But sometimes it is good to cry and sorta is worthwhile.
Hello, my name is Victoria and I go to St George's Beneficial Primary School. The park, the swings perspective. It goes like this. At 3:15 p.m. on a summer's afternoon, the local school closes for the day. At 4 p.m, the park is flooded with children and the poor staff have to run to take attendance. Oh, how I love the summer, when people can relax on me while eating their food. I despise the winter, when I am kept cruelly locked up due to my age. It does comfort me that the usual group of children are always begging for my release. I am beyond grateful to be one of the main equipment in the adventure playground.
Hi, my name is Amelia and I am from St George's Beneficial School. Enjoy the wildlife. The forest is where I have a time to relax, where I can hear foxes trotting on the tracks. The forest is where I feel I belong, the rustling of leaves as the wind sweeps them by. See the hills and the water flowing against my palm. When I sit, I can see the sun setting over the trees, the heights and the adventures, an endless list. I'll pick up my long stick and guide my way through the mazes the miscellaneous trees make. I feel safe in the forest, a time to relax and watch Mother Nature and the beautiful surroundings. The trees and their rough bark and the small beetles crawling into tiny holes they call their home. I love the forest, it's like my home.
I am proud to have been a facilitator for the Portsmouth Pupil Poet Laureate programme 2023-24, working with Bryony Hart, teacher of English and whole school literacy at Portsmouth Grammar School, and the team at Portsmouth Education Partnership. Thanks go to the Portsmouth Education Partnership for funding the Portsmouth Pupil Laureate programme, to Miss Bryony Hart and Portsmouth Grammar School for hosting the workshops, and to Dawn Nelson for facilitating the workshops, and to all the Portsmouth Pupil Poet Laureates who participated with open and engaged hearts and minds, creating beautiful poems that show us what belonging means to them. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you next year with more wonderful poems from the Portsmouth Pupil Poet Laureates.